the next state senator of this district, Manny Silva. Manny, come on up.
All right. Wow. Thank you so much, Jay. Appreciate that for that introduction. And before I give the shortest speech of my life, and you're very lucky because if I didn't write it out, you'd be hearing a 1-hour speech. It's going to be about 12 minutes if you can bear with me. But first, I want to introduce a few more special people. My wife, Monica, sitting right there. Next to her is Isaac, my younger son. Tiago, my older son. And John, my brother, all the way from Rhode Island. And Katie, there she is, doing her diligent work. That's my daughter, wonderful daughter. I have 3 wonderful children who are supporting me. And Teresa, right back there, is on my committee. She's awesome. And I have 2 other awesome people on my committee, Charlie and Howie. I have Howie to blame because he pulled me into this. It's his fault. Our meetings of our committee have been at Burger King, and it's been fun to meet at Burger King. And the committee is growing. We want to add a few more people, hopefully some people from each community. But it's been great, and I thank you all for being here. I'm very excited about this campaign. I'm excited about everyone who has supported me, encouraged me. It's just been wonderful. So let me get into my 12-minute speech. Tonight, I stand with you, and I stand before you as a candidate for state senator in the 1st Bristol Plymouth District. And if some of you don't know, that would include Fall River, Freetown, Lakeville, Rochester, Somerset, Swansea, and Westport. And that's my opponent's hometown, but that's okay. And I am determined right now to fight for the freedom these 7 communities deserve to pursue their dreams. Great President Ronald Reagan once said, "Freedom is never more than 1 generation away from extinction." Those words echo our founding fathers' principles. Freedom is very critical to a better life for our families. And my goal is to enable more freedom here in Massachusetts. I'm the son of Portuguese parents from Cape Verde who came to America when we legally immigrated in 1961 with not much but a little faith and hope in the American dream. Within a few years, we became proud citizens of the world's greatest nation. My dad was a pastor who traveled over the mountains on muleback to preach sermons and bring medicine to remote villages. My mom was a godly woman who raised 8 children with a lot of love and resilience. We got here and first lived in New Bedford, and then later on in my senior year in high school, we moved to Rhode Island, where I graduated eventually from Barrington College and earned a master's in physical education at Illinois State University. My career has been very diverse. I worked with autistic children for several years. I was a self-taught programmer, which led me to serve as an IT manager at 3 agencies, developing systems to help clinicians and doctors. I retired in 2020 after 33 challenging and fulfilling years. My family lives now in Somerset. I'm active as a para-educator in Swansea, and I also serve as a pastor in Fall River. But today I'm embarking on a new chapter, and that is fighting for you. I'm not a career politician. Abraham Lincoln, a simple man with no formal education, became a very successful lawyer and became one of the greatest presidents of our times. His example taught me that leadership is about integrity, honor, hard work, not degrees, not titles. A true leader fights for the people, not for himself. A true leader seeks to unite, regardless of political party. And that's the measure of a good public servant. because without integrity, how can anyone trust you? I'm running because I've watched our community struggle. Working families and single moms, juggling jobs, rising homelessness, neglected veterans, neglected elderly, a working class burdened by taxes, high costs, and unfunded mandates. And that's not just financial, my friends. It is a moral issue. You deserve better leadership, a senator who listens, who fights for lower taxes, who holds government accountable. This district is where my family grows, where they work, and where they dream. Throughout it all, I've learned that the strength of a community lies in the character of the people in that community. But now, my friends, you know that that strength is being tested. Massachusetts is at a crossroads with bloated budgets, reckless spending. Illegal immigration is favored over hard-working citizens, while taxes are crushing families. Under Maura Healey, Beacon Hill is failing us, and my opponent aligns with all her policies. Now, while my opponent may be a good family man, he's part of a system that enables Healey's destructive policies. The budget flows right through him, and whatever Maura Healey wants, my opponent gladly hands it over to her. He has never challenged any of the devastation that she has caused in Massachusetts because he agrees with it. He must be replaced by someone who will fight for you. Woo! Now, let me point out just three key issues tonight. First of all, the audit. You've heard of it. Last November, 72% of voters approved a referendum demanding an audit of the legislature. It is law. It is not a suggestion. What's Beacon Hill's response? Defiance. They will not comply. It's arrogance, and it reeks of corruption. State Auditor Diana DiZoglio, who is a Democrat, fights for transparency, but Maura Healey, Attorney General Andrea Campbell, and yes, my opponent, obstruct her efforts. On day one, if nothing has been done, my first bill will be to require yearly audits of both the House and the Senate. We must retire those who defy the people's will. And that's reason number one to retire my opponent. Woo! Number two, taxes and cost of living. Skyrocketing rents, mortgages, utility bills, combined with relentless taxes, are breaking families. Beacon Hill's only solution is more taxes on candy, prescriptions, hotels, on millionaires who will flee the state. Now they want to tax how much you drive. They've never met a significant tax cut they liked, but they sure like to impose taxes on everybody. And you know what? My opponent has never proposed any meaningful relief. Their very tax hikes are their solutions to the very problems they create, driving wealth and opportunity out of this state. That's reason number two to retire. And thirdly, reckless spending on illegal immigration. Over $3 billion of your tax dollars have been spent on illegal aliens, many who are involved in the most violent crimes imaginable. While our homeless, our veterans, our elderly, our single moms who are struggling, they get nothing. My opponent has not opposed this very travesty, remaining silent while the system ignores our citizens' needs. He claims to deliver for the people, deliver for the district, but his silence on critical issues and his record betrays him. And that's reason number 3 to retire him. And believe me, there are many more reasons. I could be here an hour telling you the many reasons he needs to be retired, but it'll only be about 5 more minutes. But beyond these things, there are many other issues that we should demand action on. The Second Amendment. Beacon Hill restricts law-abiding gun owners' rights while failing to fully prosecute criminals. Education. We must empower the best teachers and focus on core academics, not ideology. And we must empower parents and give them a say in their children's education. Women's and girls' rights. We must protect the safety and privacy of girls in sports. Allowing boys in girls' sports and in girls' bathrooms where they invade privacy and cause great harm is unfair, it's wrong, and it's immoral. And law and order. The Healy administration prioritizes releasing dangerous criminals over cooperating with federal law enforcement. We must lock up lawbreakers and end sanctuary policies. Woo! Yeah! And one more thing that I didn't write in here, I don't know why, I am pro-life. I believe in the sanctity of life. I believe the unborn life has a guaranteed to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, as the great President Ronald Reagan once said. And I will fight hard to win the hearts and minds of people around this state to protect the unborn. I know that many of you feel disconnected. You're frustrated by a system that's failing you. Skyrocketing costs, unfair taxes, and bad legislation hurt everyone. I've been saying this many times. We all bleed the same way, regardless of party affiliation. And yet I'm proud to stand here tonight as a Republican, fighting for the principles of smaller government, lower taxes, and freedom to live your life free of oppression. My friends, we bleed the same way when rents and utility bills soar. We bleed the same way when we're hit with unfunded mandates or when government overreach stifles our dreams. So I'm telling you that the real enemy is not the working class citizen. The enemy is the supermajority of Democrats on Beacon Hill who sit back and laugh at us while their hands are in our pockets. And so I aim to unite open-minded Democrats, skeptical independents, and Republicans, all for a common cause. Freedom. Freedom from government tyranny. Freedom to pursue dreams without bureaucratic roadblocks. Freedom to know where our tax dollars go. Freedom to raise our children as we see fit, not some bureaucrat dictating it. Freedom to worship God without being labeled a crazy person. Freedom to express ideas without being vilified. And freedom to connect with our neighbors based on their character, not any kind of superficial differences. My friends, these are the very freedoms our founding fathers gave their lives and property for. These freedoms are slipping away in Massachusetts. We cannot let them vanish. As President Reagan also said, those who have known freedom and lost it have never known it again. We must fight to protect it. So it's time for a fresh voice in this district. One that's lived the struggles and triumphs and is ready to fight for you. It's time for the resistance to tyranny to have another champion. Join with me to defend our freedom in this district and in the state where the American Revolution was born. We can start a new revolution in 2026, not with bullets, but at the ballot box. So I urge all Republicans to stay united in our common cause. We must stick together. We have the best ideas. We can build a great coalition. So spread the word. Help is on the way. Manny Silva is going to fight for you. I will resist the tyranny.
Yeah!
Woo! I will not bend and serve corrupt politicians regardless of their party. I will serve you. May God bless this district, this great state, founded on freedom. May God bless the United States of America. Thank you.